Once upon a time in a little village, there lived an old woman. She was quite aged with white hair and a face covered in soft lines. But her eyes, they were shining and full of warmth. Everyone in the village liked her because she was always cheerful, even when times were tough. She lived by herself in a small home near the large banyan tree. She had no family, and her husband had died a long time ago, but still she never grumbled. She would sit under the tree, speak with people, and constantly always smile. In that place, people labored hard. Some were farmers, some were woodworkers, and others had jobs in the little market. Sometimes the rain failed to come and the plants withered. Sometimes people got sick and could not do their work. Life was difficult, and many folks were often upset or anxious. One day, a young woman named Radha visited her. Radha was weeping, her face full of fear. She said, "I don't know what to do. My husband has left for the city to look for a job, but he has not sent any cash. My children need food, and I am frightened." The old woman looked at Radha and gave a soft smile. "Sit down, my dear," she said. "Tell me, what do you believe will happen?" Radha dried her eyes and said, "I don't know. I feel like terrible things will occur. What if my husband does not get work? What if he leaves us behind?" The old woman moved her head slowly. "Radha, when we have dark thoughts, we feel more awful. But if we have happy thoughts, we feel nicer. And occasionally nice things take place," Radha questioned. "But how can I have happy thoughts when all is so wrong?" She smiled once more and said, "Let me share a tale with you." Radha watched her, interested. The old woman started. "Once there was a needy man who owned nothing. He had no meals, no coins, no kin. He sat by the stream weeping. An older woman approached him and asked, 'Why are you crying?' The man said, 'I possess nothing. How can I be glad?' The older woman smiled and said, 'You have the stream, you have the plants, you have the daylight. Look around you. There is wonder and living all over. If you focus on what you lack, you will always be unhappy. But if you focus on what you possess, you will find calm." The man heard this, and gradually he stopped weeping. He started to notice the nice things surrounding him, and from that day, his life started to get better. The old woman looked at Radha and said, "You understand, my dear, the man's life did not get better because of a spell. It got better because he changed his mind. When we think hopeful thoughts, our heart feels less heavy and we can handle troubles better." Radha considered the story and said, "Will my thoughts truly change my life?" She smiled softly and said, "Yes. If you get up each day and say to yourself, 'Today will be a nice day,' you will find the power to labor, to look after your children, and to expect your husband with hope. But if you just think about what could turn out badly, you will feel upset and powerless." Radha agreed slowly. "I see. I will attempt to think happy thoughts from now on." "That's the initial move, my dear," she said. Radha went away from the old woman's home with a happier heart. Each day she recalled her words. She got up and said to herself, "Today will be a nice day." She labored hard, looked after her children, and wished for her husband to come back. After some weeks, Radha got a message from her husband. He had found a job in the city and was mailing money to their home. Radha was thrilled. She hurried to the old woman's home to tell her the news. The old woman smiled and agreed. "You see, my dear, when we think hopeful thoughts, we welcome nice things into our life. Troubles will always appear, but if we meet them with a hopeful spirit, we can get past them." Soon other villagers started to learn about the old woman's smart words. Many people visited her and told her their troubles. The old woman gave the same guidance. "Think good thoughts, and good will happen." The villagers liked her even more because her words had made their lives better. She had shown them the strength of hopeful thinking.